Well, hello there, and welcome to the very first episode of the Forensicsworld podcast. I'm pretty excited to do this, and it is something that I thought about and took a while to actually make it happen, I guess. And a little encouragement from my youngest, and here we are. And so, without further ado, as the saying goes, my name is Will Dodds, and I'm a retired police sergeant. I was in policing for 22 years. I'm based in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. And a little bit about me and my background. I went to university for teaching, high school teaching specifically, back graduated from UVic here in Victoria in 1994, and then taught school for about 6-7 years or so, high school, and in a city called Kamloops in interior British Columbia. And just through circumstances and opportunities, decided to make the move back down to Victoria with my then fiance and now wife, back to Victoria in 1999. And once back in Victoria, it was actually very challenging to get a teaching job. And the sub lists were full, and there was really nothing in my specific areas of expertise. So frankly, I was looking for something, and career change was definitely an option, and one that I explored, looking at options, looking at my interests, looking at things I'd thought about in the past. I thought, well, you know what, policing could be a great option, and I like stuff. I like working with people. Investigating just seemed like it would be something that I could enjoy and really dive into. So in 2002, I applied to my local department and got in, and excited to start my career policing, as I say, in the fall of 2002. Of course, first things first, it's patrol, and it's your classic policing at the constable level, calls for service, smaller investigations, etc. And you have a chance over the first few years of your career to sort of figure out what type of things you would be potentially interested in pursuing. As many of you may be aware, policing has got many different options, many different paths that you can travel, and in fact you can have a number of careers within your one career of policing. So I found I was drawn to investigative type work, and specifically detailed scene type work. I was able to work by myself, with a partner, with a team, and my first step in the direction I ended up taking for the rest of my career was into collision investigation. And I took a number of classes, a number of training opportunities, and ended up being the lead collision investigator or analyst, reconstructionist, whatever you want to call it, for my department. And I was in collision investigation for a few years. Well, in fact, many years. But it was my priority job for a number of years. And, investigating serious collisions, fatal collisions, collisions where there was significant damage, that type of thing. So From there, a few years later, I felt sort of a natural draw to forensics. And I applied to our forensics department, our forensics section, as a constable a few years into my policing career, about 5 years in or so, after having done some patrol and crash work in traffic. And I got into the department, into the section, and I spent, close to 7 years, close to seven years or so in the forensic section as a constable. And we were a medium-sized or so department with about 180 odd members. And as such, our team was four, and we had to be multidisciplined because there really wasn't enough of one particular type of an investigation or one type of activity to take up all of your time. So we had to become multidisciplinary. So while I was a constable, I had opportunity to work with fingerprints, became a certified fingerprint examiner, footwear, DNA collection, crime scene investigation, death investigations, arson investigations, any number of different things, and we became competent and capable in many different areas of forensic investigation, including firearms as well. And I thought it was a really amazing situation that we were in. We were all given the opportunity to pursue various interests, while at the same time getting trained consistently as a group. We all did footwear, DNA, etc., as I previously mentioned, but I also had an interest in entomology, so I was able to take some training in forensic entomology, bug stuff, and was able to use that on a few files as well. So after about 7 years or so as a constable in the unit, I was promoted to the rank of sergeant and then left the unit for a couple of years and acted as a road NCO, or road supervisor, and in patrol, where I had the chance to work on mentoring others, be the primary supervisor on a number of significant calls, but knowing full well that likely within a couple of years, when the sergeant in charge position came up in the forensics unit, that it was definitely something that I wanted to get back into. So a couple of years later, after a bit of time back on the road, the sergeant position did come up, and I was in a position where being a qualified forensic investigator was able to apply for the supervisor position, and I was successful. So that was, I would say, part two of my forensic career with my department, and that led me, and now we're into 2018, something along those lines. And then it was where I remained until I retired from policing in February of 2024. So finishing a 22-year career as a police officer. Prior to that, almost 7 years as a high school teacher. And here we sit today, and now in early 2025, enjoying some time for travel and pursuing some other hobbies, including working on this side love of mine, this Forensicsworld, which has been a wonderful opportunity or wonderful chance to pass on knowledge, to meet people, to really stay involved in the discipline and continue to learn and grow in this area of expertise. Where did it all start? So Forensicsworld, it was, let me think, 2017 or so. 2017, yeah. I was tasked with, or I applied to be a teacher at a local college in Greater Victoria. And they were looking for an instructor to put together an introductory forensics course. It was going to be a standalone type course with no prerequisite other than the students being involved with the law enforcement program. There would be no follow-up course. It was a standalone one-off just to give the students a good taste of the discipline and see if we could spark some interest for them. So I built the course and delivered the course in 2017, and we had a great time, covered a multitude of topics, really all the way from the history of forensics to safety to any number of topics, including ballistics, firearms, arson, death investigation. We covered it all and had a really, really exciting time and really enjoyed it. And as the course was winding up, it was pretty apparent that we are all, including myself, really interested in enjoying it. And the students were wondering, what's next? I want to know what's next. How do we continue this learning journey? And where do we go from here? And I said, well, there's no other course. I mean, this is it. It's a one-off. And I thought to myself, well, I guess we could, keep in touch. You could drop by the office and spend some time in the lab if you wanted to. Be happy to host you. Anyways, we brainstormed. And we came up with the idea of, well, why don't I look at possibly starting an Instagram type account, based on forensics and crime scene investigation and everything that goes with it. We'd call it, I thought to myself, and I came up with the name Forensicsworld, and then came home and talked to the kids and said, hey, that's this Instagram thing. How would I make something happen on here? And so we explored a little bit, and they showed me a couple of bits and pieces of how to post and how to open an account, etc. And Forensicsworld was an available account. It was a name not being used, so jumped on it and started. And then I had a follower. I had 2 followers, and then 10, and then 100, and then 1,000. And I actually do remember when I hit 10,000, or when the account hit 10,000 followers. I thought this was pretty cool, because I'm basically posting stuff that I have experienced, that I have learned, that I have done as part of my career. Being careful not to use specific information for specific cases, etc. I'm very aware of the privacy issues and stuff, and so some of my stuff is from searches and gathering resources. I've staged a few things in my account for sure, and a lot of the photographs are gathered from various sources. But the information is there, and the information is true, legit, coming from the mouth of experience, and then it just kept growing, and met so many amazing people through the Instagram. I think at last count there was over 70 plus countries are represented on the account through followers, and I have colleagues, and I have students, and I have folks that are just generally interested in the topic. There's authors, every possible type of person out there is. We're all in this forensics world journey together, and we've really had a wonderful time with it. I've really enjoyed, probably more than anything else, the interactions through comments and through direct messaging that I've been able to have over the years since 2017, and we're into 2025 now, so it's really been quite a long time, which is amazingly exciting, actually, when you come to think of it. The forensics world itself has allowed me opportunities to help students through the internet video chats, through any number of different avenues, with projects, with presentations. I've spoken at conferences. I've done Zoom presentations all around the world, the Netherlands, London, England, a number of different events in India, and all across Canada, all across the United States. Just an amazing trip that I've been on here with Forensics World, and it's just me, and I don't have there's no one else in the background, there's no other person, there's no other contributor. I would say I'm the lone source of information on Forensics World, and I try my best to be accurate and try my best to give as much information as I can on whatever topic we talk about. I've really appreciated the feedback and the information that I've received from colleagues around the world. I've learned a ton since I've started up the Instagram, and I wanted to take some time here to thank everyone for that, and I thank everyone for participating. Thank everyone for their comments, their story reposts, their questions. It's absolutely amazing, and we're at 38 posts at this point. Working hard to do the daily questions when I have a moment through the days, and to keep the interactions current, strong, and interesting. So I wanted this first episode to be just a quick introduction to what Forensics World is, about what Forensics World is all about, where it came from. I'll let you know as well, there's a forensicsworld.ca website that has a lot of more detailed information based on many of the posts. I've got Forensics World on X, Forensics World on Threads, Forensics World on TikTok, although I'm figuring out how to do TikToks. They're kind of fun, but maybe I'll try and do some more of those. And I got Forensics World on YouTube, and for YouTube right now, what I've done is convert some posts, still photographs, and add some music and some commentary to bring them alive, I guess you could say. Not all that technically exciting, but hopefully I can do more, and I'm excited to try new things. This podcast is certainly a new thing, and I'll be connecting it quite a bit with the Instagram feed, and I'll be reaching out on the Instagram and asking for questions and comments. And I know a great segment of this podcast will be the comments and questions that I get from followers from around the world, and much appreciated. So I think we'll sign it off here, and as I posted many times before on my on the feed, my theme really is learn something today, and I'm hoping that we can all learn something every day, especially in this fantastic and exciting area of forensics and crime scene investigation. So I will leave it at that. Signing off. I don't know what else you're supposed to say. We're done for now, and we'll talk again very, very soon. All right. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best. Until next time.